Welcome to WCS Challenger as we begin our first semi-final to determine who is going to be the first player to get a qualifying spot to WCS Austin. So a lot on the line for these two players and two great players to go into it.
Yeah, Neeb and Ro, two of the biggest names in the WCS America region, and I feel like this could have been the finals quite easily, even though like the other two in the other semi are very, very good as well, with Scarlet and Pug being there. So I would say these four and Pili, maybe the best five from North America.
Yep.
You got Massa as well. Obviously that's extremely good, but as of late we've seen a little bit less of. But a very strong region, like in terms of like these top players. Last year we really saw that the WCS America's best players could go head-to-head, toe-to-toe, not just with the Europeans, but with the Koreans as well. In particular with Neeb and Scarlet, like these two, they're actually, I mean, I don't even get it, how you could be so good when training outside of Korea for so long. Like, it's not true anymore because now they practice in Korea a whole lot more, but they got really good in the first place practicing outside of Korea, which to me is insane.
Yeah, definitely so. So it's nice to see these kind of two butt heads once again. It's always fun to see not only Neeb, well, for me for a long time was his PvP that really stood out, obviously doing so well in Custom Cup, as well as a lot of the foreigners against foreigners, but even his PvZ was still very kind of like standout. So we shall now find our victor in this best of 5 as we jump right on in. So down to the bottom left-hand corner, it will indeed be Neeb representing Ting as our blue Protoss.
There's the zoom in.
What? The zoom in?
Yeah.
And up to the top right-hand corner in the red, representing Psystorm Gaming, zooming out even more. Is this what you wanted, Todd?
Yeah.
It's true.
I wanted to see that decals.
Oh, is there a decal over here? It's just a Protoss.
So? What are you hating?
It's only Protoss, Todd.
Do your job.
No one cares about Protoss.
I care. And a whole lot of Protoss care in the chat, so you should be careful. Because an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us.
We are Legion.
We are bound by the Kala.
Oh god, here we go.
Chat.
Good job all your Kalas got cut off, mate. Spoiler alert. Anyway.
True with the hatchery first year into spawning pool. Economic opener Neeb. Just a gateway up the ramp into scout. Very, very standard from both players. So far Neeb, he's been known for his very solid adept play for the longest time. He had a super solid PvZ and he would just go open a couple adepts, Mothership Core, go straight into Twilight Council, add 2 more gateways with just perfect, smooth builds. True is a lot more chaotic. True loves to make a lot of queens. He loves to attack with queens, drop with queens, and be very aggressive in general. He's very capable of macroing, but he almost always feels like he wants something to happen before that, at least in the mid-game, not necessarily always in the early game.
So what you're saying is it could be like our last series, just but a bit smoother.
Yeah, a bit more refined, I guess is one way to say it.
A little bit. But exciting to see. And down the line, of course, we do have other series on the way. It's true here. He's going to be getting his queens on out, starting speed up as well. He's already pulled off gas, so he's being as efficient as possible with all of this. And Overlord's going to spot the front of the wall and could even potentially stick around to see that first unit and know exactly what's going on. But anticipating an adept on the way. Oh, down to the bottom right. Stargate already. So the Overlord's very far away from actually getting the scout on that. Get all the old loop-de-loop.
So tomorrow we will play the winners finals, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because there is a difference in prize money.
Yes. So I think what's happening currently in the lower bracket is a few of the rounds, and then we start following through the lower bracket tomorrow.
Yeah.
And finding out who's going to be our winner of WCS Challenger.
Not too many updates on the lower bracket results. I think Sotorx had to forfeit the tournament because he had to go to work. So Semper advanced in the lower bracket against him. Jig beat Game Time 3-0. And quite unbelievably, actually, Massa, is in the first round because he lost. the winners brackets.
Yeah.
The match that we didn't get to see sadly earlier on.
No, unfortunately.
Panabeami is legit.
Yeah, definitely. Really throws chaos at his opponents for a lot of those games, but they could still stay toe-to-toe with Mastery in one of the longer games as well during that series.
All right, Oracle opener into double additional gateway. No Twilight Council added on just yet for Neeb, who usually likes to rush his third base. As I said, I see a probe setting up on that third base, ready to start it.
The Oracle on the way, and there's nothing at the natural third base just yet, but a drone did pop out, and True's going to already send it back, anticipating the fact that the Oracle will be there to threaten.
We've seen a lot of Stasis Trap being used lately, when Zerg is already set up with the Spore and Queens, just because you can't, go in and kill anything. But now, because nothing's up on the third base and True wasn't ready, Neeb didn't go for any Stasis Trap in like the main or natural just yet. We could see that later on.
Yeah, definitely could. That was
if
really
you can catch
fun to
even
watch.
4 drones, it's worth it to go for those.
Yeah, seeing Stats employ that tactic against Sue in the GSL finals was really fun. If he didn't find any opportunities to actually just zap down drones. And the thing is, you can channel the Stasis drone out of range of Spore Crawlers, right? Because if you can put it behind the mineral line, then it triggers on the drones in the actual mineral line.
Has a bigger area than it seems. So Neeb catching some rally drones here from the bases.
Great control.
Some good piloting,
7 down. Gonna get himself a few more in this third, in the natural even. 10 go down. Trying to bring down the Oracles. But True, unsuccessful. 25 lings, or 26 lings even, I should say, were in production there as they're trying to deal with these menaces that are the Adepts.
I'm sad we haven't seen any Stasis War just yet.
Yeah.
But Adepts looking to try and do some more damage. Neeb has prevented mining from the third base for the longest time. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely.
Killing 11 drones. In the meantime, look at his third base.
Super up on work.
Fully saturated. He actually goes for double forge. Because they are not next to each other, I feel like that might be an accident.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point, actually. Yeah. Sometimes
usually if you go double forge, you make them next to one another, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he cancels the second one, realizing that he might have kept it and used it. He was already there.
He's like, oh no, it was a mistake. I just don't want to see them both at the same time. It's fine. Okay then. Okay. So breaking down these rocks now is True. Realized that he couldn't really assault the third base at all. Neeb has got himself a well-defended location set up here with the robot facility right there as well. It means that he can just make units from there and reinforce quite quickly onto the battleground as opposed to anywhere else.
More gateways going down for Neeb, who very easily could go for a timing later on with a lot of units from these gateways. And he actually goes for charge and a Templar Archive, so we could just be seeing the charge lots. High Templar with Storm style that we've seen of at times in Katowice, which we saw it a couple times. Harstem had some great games with it. And I think we saw Stats use it too, quite effectively.
Phoenix looking for the scout on this right-hand side. Managed to spot the fourth base as we have the Oracles come in and tag some of these units in the middle as well. Keeping an eye on the
so
production.
sick. Look how fast he takes the fourth base.
Doesn't care, man. He's
just so good mechanically. Like, it's always so clean, right? Like, he has full saturation in main, full saturation natural, 20 probes minerals on the third base.
I think
he times everything perfectly. In this case, like, he had to cancel the fourth base because he was exposed to dismantling. But
yeah, way too much.
Just some sick mechanics from him. Every single time I'm so amazed when I see him play.
Keeps an eye on those units and knows exactly when to cancel, as you were mentioning. So 12 roaches are on the way. But the thing is, it feels like the tech is just so different right now. I mean, yes, of course, we know Zerg can get away with quite a lot on low tech with like Zerglings and Roaches and stuff, but it's going to be Zerglings and Roaches going up against Psystorm, Charge Lots, etc. It kind of doesn't add up. Do you think True needs a little bit more behind all of this? Or
yeah, like this army is not supposed to necessarily do that well against what Neeb has, even though if you can get a high count of Ravagers, and right now True's going for exactly that, you might be able to do alright. Usually though, you will see a ton of Ravagers and Banelings in support because those can break force fields. The thing is now though, there's going to be a Templars with a lot of storms, so it might be risky to commit too much to something like Banelings. True might just try to overwhelm here with the Ravager count that he's got.
Neeb moving to that location instantly as the rocks start getting assaulted.
The Zerglings are tagged at the top.
Oh, are they? we're always going to have vision of those little guys when they go in for the 4th base, which is... does have 1 cannon at it, but here comes the attack from the Zerglings as Storm's getting dropped on towards the Ravagers at the back. Those Storms completely whiff on the Zerglings. That's a lot of the energy gone here from the High Templars, and this might be the nail in the coffin here for Neeb.
That was the sickest dodge.
Yeah, it was
on
perfect.
those higher storms here from True, pulling back, committing to an all-in, knowing that Neeb would be outside off his wall, and he's breaking through right now, and I think True's got it.
Yeah, absolutely there. With those Storms not killing off the Zerglings, that was absolutely catastrophic for Neeb. GG. True will take game number 1. As clean as that.
That was sick. So many Zergs lose that game here because they just attack into the High Templars, and yeah, if this higher pack of Zerglings at the top dies, then they're in too much trouble. Neeb, I think he might have needed to see the full army of True, realize that True was committing to this, like a low-tier army that's gonna become worse as time passes by. Go back inside of his wall, cancel the 4th base, max out, and then win the game later. The problem if you do that is that Zerg might be able to drone up, transition into something. Yeah. And also, like, you're not gonna have your own 4th base, so it's obviously, like, it's much easier to say that when you see the entire map like I do here, but great play by True here, really playing to the map. And tricked Neeb quite heavily here in game number 1.
Yeah, definitely evaluated his opportunities well in terms of the fact that Neeb had so much damage done to his opponent early, got a lot of drones, really kind of kept him in his base. It felt like Neeb had a strong backbone to his army, but negated, completely negated. Really well played by True. So we are just now waiting for game number 2. As True really shows us a bit of a blinder of a game there. Didn't go against the grain in that one. Well, I might have done slightly. Sorry.
Man, you and your expressions. Done and dusted.
I
bet you say that every time you finish a meal.
No. What? Whilst I'm alone at home?
Yeah.
Done and dusted.
Exactly.
Throw the cutlery in the
And you look at
dishes.
yourself in the mirror. You're like, yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right, Todd. I need my own soundboard.
Every time you flush the toilet, done and dusted.
No, this is not how it works. You can say this to anything.
Yeah. Anything.
Yep, anything. Wow. All right, we're getting into game number 2. I'm stopping him as quickly as possible. Newkirk Precinct is going to be our map. And True, they were debating which server they were going to be on or something. So we're going to have True going into this one. Let's say good luck, have fun. GLHF.
Well, are you a GLHF kind of guy?
I'm a GLHF happy smiley face kind of guy.
Oh, I hate those, man.
I know. We already... Because I'm a GG well played smiley face guy.
Yeah, but you don't mean it, so...
Huh? Sometimes I don't mean it.
That's the problem. We can't know which time it is.
But it wasn't GG. No, sometimes I don't. But that's only when I get really frustrated.
So like every time?
No, not every time. I'm a calm gamer.
Oh, let's go into game. Enough. Enough babbling.
Okay. All right. Down to the bottom left-hand corner in the red, it is True for Psystorm Gaming. And I did it for True in the previous game, so I'm going to do it for Neeb this game. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner here as our blue... I can't zoom in with the scroll wheel when I'm like that. As the blue Protoss representing Ting, it's Neeb. There you go. Why do you want all the zoom-ins?
Hey, it adds dramaticness.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we can't have Funka here, so we might as well like try to up the observing a little bit.
I guess so. My
we can't have Funka, we can't have Roddy. Like, come on, all the best observers.
Can't have Roddy! Oh, actually, no. He's probably still better at observing than I am at current.
Especially in his opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed best observer caster. That's very true. But everyone knows I was the best observer caster back in the day, so that's fine.
Yeah, when nobody else was doing it.
Yeah, maybe. I was #1 out of 1.
I mean, DBZ was the best observer once upon a time. That's how ridiculous the observing scene was.
How we've come on from then.
I love you, Mike. All right, Ting's Neeb here going for the quick nexus, gateway down the ramp. Already working on his wall of... I really like the way Neeb uses his mechanics, but I feel like the only way he can lose is if he gets tricked. So I don't know how hard he works on that, on like scouting, fully realizing what he's up against. For the most part, he takes great decision. In the previous game, like I said, he really just got surprised by an all-in that he didn't see coming. And it's not like True is known to be this sick macro player, right? Like True will throw in a lot of these attacks. So I would love to see Neeb doing a little bit more scouting and being aware of whatever is being thrown at him, because then if he can defend it, he's going to be in a great position to win the game in the series and qualify for Austin.
For WCS Austin. That's right. Well, what's up?
Oh my god, what is going on with you?
I'm getting tired.
What are you on today?
When I get tired, I get weird. What was I going to say? I have to agree, though, because overall, you know, you see all those links. You've thrown down your...
Esports Got Talents.
You've thrown down your revelation on all those links.
I could see you as a judge there someday.
Oh, like, sorry, you're not good enough.
Being like all pompous.
All pompous.
Look at you. You're about done and dusted. Get out of there.
Look at you. There's nothing left here. You're done and dusted. Get out. Love it.
You'd be like the Simon.
I would.
Of the esports version.
I'd try and be mean, but then I'd smile and everyone would see through my facade. So stupid. Anyway. But no. What were we talking about? Something to do with StarCraft.
I don't know, PvZ, StarCraft? Like.
There was an adept, I don't know why it was up the other side of the map, I was just looking around for a little bit. It's going to be the Twilight Council this game, so looking to go into a adept follow-up, or even, well, no, we could even just have... Why are you still laughing? Don't do that! We could just have exactly the same game as our previous one, with the Oracles on the way. Where is the Oracle? There it is. Was this the first or the second? Okay, it's the first. I've not missed something.
A human countdown.
Where's it gone? Here it is.
Alright, creep threading between the bases, that's really good for True there. No upgrade yet from the Evo. Did he want to drop with this, or...? I guess True's just short on gas to start this for now. He went for speed quick first.
Yeah. It's just in a position where I guess if he saw everything move out, then he could try and like go in, but...
Oh, I hate that. Like when you go for one Phoenix, but just one, you know? It feels like Phoenixes, they are meant to kill air units, but also to pick up stuff. So if you go for one, it's just like flying around, it cleans two overlords, and then like, it's like, my work here is done, self-destruct. I guess you can scout with it afterwards.
Goodbye, my planet needs me.
I feel like you might as well go Void Ray, clean the overlords, and then as something that can actually fight those fights, right?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Instead of self-destructing.
Just flies off the map. It's like, you're not supposed to do that.
It's cheaper, right? Like,
yeah, I guess.
That's the main purpose.
He'll get another Phoenix later.
No,
I promise. I promise.
Unless there are mutas.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, from True, I wouldn't put past.
Yeah.
Baning Nest about to finish now, though.
A lot of Zerglings in production.
Yeah, he knows that the Banelings are on their way. Just like White Walkers. Can't die and they ravage everything on their path.
Zergs very rarely have a wall, though, to protect them.
Unless your name is like, who is that guy, that useless dude that kills one?
Wait,
Sam?
Samwise Tarly?
Yeah. Alright, Neeb. Gonna shade right in there. Actually, so far he hasn't killed... wait. Zergling counter-attack got quite a few kills across the map. 6 probes.
Oh, nice.
Neeb took the longest time to finally start slaying drones, but eventually he gets to work and he might be able to get quite a few here, especially if he keeps on shading properly. Oracle in the natural!
It definitely feels like he's got enough. Where was the Oracle? Somewhere? Is it dead?
Yeah, it just got killed.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. These Adepts are still just getting a little bit, but not much more. They will get cleaned up overall. How many workers are we at? 57 against 39. Oh, he did make a good round of drones just then, so he is rapidly catching up in that regard. And these Zerglings are just going to power on now. I don't think they can get too much done unless they could get onto the sentries. That would be very nice. It didn't look like Neeb was actually paying attention to that spot there for the moment. But the Zerglings just back off knowing that they could potentially be trapped in there anyway. An attempt at breaking in.
By the way, the simultaneously the WCS Austin qualifier for Oceania and SEA is going on at the exact same time. That's being casted by, I believe, Maynard.
Is Pig playing?
I'm not sure.
Or did not qualify?
Probably didn't qualify. Okay, you shouldn't hate on that. I love you, Pig. That's twitch.tv/blizzard_ANZ if you want to check that out. Come on, like it's 2017. If you don't have 4 monitors at home, then
it's true.
Get online and get some more monitors because there's so much StarCraft going on. You don't want to miss a damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so I'm going to be moving out on towards that third base with these adepts, and there is a Templar Archive finishing up behind this.
Sorry, I just saw Pig lost to Azure.
Oh, okay. Didn't you not 1 minute ago say no hating, I love you, Pig, and then say yes as soon as
that's the joke.
Love it. Beautiful.
Nah, we love you, Pig.
Yeah, I suppose.
But you're going to be hearing about losing.
It doesn't matter. He gets to be there regardless, right? Because what happens is he goes for the qualifier, he loses in the qualifier, and then he gets invited as a caster.
Yeah, kind of like me in Season 1 of WCS, right?
Kind of like Todd. We're like, oh no, what are we going to do if he wins?
I'll play it until I lose, and then when I lose, I'll cast. That's the Todd build order.
It's win-win.
Up until I became too bad to actually play in those things. And then it was like, I'm going to be a full-time caster from now.
Yeah. You played that well. It was a sneaky mindset.
Swarmost on the way here on Nuclear Precinct. So, a little bit of a throwback.
That's one way to say it, yeah. That's 12 Swarm hosts, jeez, alright.
Yeah.
If they are able to get up here
if you
somehow.
don't expect these guys, they start on sniping your Nexus and you don't react exactly how you need to against them, which is really hard because, I mean, who plays a lot of games against Swarmos? Nobody really nowadays.
Yeah, they're very brutal.
Then you can get in a very good position, but I've seen Swarm hosts fail really bad at the same time, and I expect Neeb to maybe get surprised by the first wave, obviously, but then to start counter-attacking and doing a ton of damage across the map. By the way, that one Phoenix might as well have self-destructed. Like, he's literally patrolling at the bottom side of the map when nothing is.
His mission is solely to stop any kind of link.
You see that landing thing down there? Just land on there and, like, just explode or whatever.
Land and retire.
Yeah.
I don't know if Protoss are allowed to retire in Newcoat Precinct.
Oh, Swarmost! Run, Heighten Plus! Actually, these guys took forever to land.
Look how fast they killed the Archon!
Oh, an Oracle is chasing the Swarmost. He's gonna get one.
Oh,
he can tag them, actually. That's so sick if you can tag them, because then you can keep
tabs on them.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Very nice. These links did open up these rocks that the Zealots were trying to clean up earlier.
Neeb's warping in there. I don't know if you saw it, but should be ready with the defense here, thanks to Charge Loss in particular.
Here they come. And there is already cannons there to kind of start messing with this, a little bit of the AI of these Zerglings. Has to hold position them to make sure that they can actually...
True is just massing units. I might just want to attack. Yeah, he's going to attack with a ton of Ravagers, the Locust. And I think just keep on streaming in with more and more units behind this.
Army supply is big, Todd.
Oh, you don't need to, I mean...
You don't need to tell me twice.
I'm not even looking at the game.
No, just looking at one specific thing. And that's going to be a storm onto the Zerglings. Does connect well, so it really weakens those guys.
If he can bait a couple of storms here, it would be nice.
He killed an Oracle with Corrosive Biles. So Neeb not paying full attention, but he's
that Prism is super dangerous. This is the right way to play against this. If you can counter-attack with a Prism, warp in a ton of Zealots, force the opponent back, buy yourself some time.
Especially since they're about to have +2 complete as well, so those Zealots will start hitting like trucks.
Oh, this is sick.
Oh, that's a big warp in. Oh, he could even kill off the Hive.
Yeah.
Just target the Hive and bring that down. There's not enough firepower there to stop those Zealots from actually doing that.
This counter-attack by True on the top right-hand side, I mean, there's a lot of cannons there and stuff. Like, Neeb's just going to go for the full-on base straight.
Oh, it's killing a lot of Swarm hosts in the middle as well. So this is going to go crazy. Roach.
Oh, he's walking back.
Oh my god.
A little bit surprised by this.
Yeah, this base.
I think he could have just counter-attacked and won. And especially Roach is now sniping the Zealots in the main.
Yeah.
Off True there, so he's going to defend. This could be really bad for Neeb here.
Picks up, gets on out, doesn't look for another big warp in. This expansion even, I should say, is going to end up dying to those Corrosive Biles. Oh, tries to snipe out that Mothership core with the Corrosive Biles as well, but doesn't quite get them. Oh, very close to death. And now all of these units are sacrificed.
I mean, nice cleanup, but In the meantime, True's got his hive about to finish. He
Yeah.
can remake a ton of units.
He did get full energy High Templars there as well as a consolation prize on the way out, so that's not too bad. How many High Templars are
I
there?
can't believe he killed all the
6.
Swarmos.
Oh, did he kill every single one?
Yeah,
He
these
did?
guys are supposed to pull back, right? Like, and
Yeah.
be safe and use more locusts and hide behind whatever.
It's just counterattack after counterattack now with these roaches. Finding 4 Archons completely vulnerable. That's an expensive investment there from Neeb, who loses a big chunk of his army.
Oh, the Nexus is exposed.
Oh, it's going to die.
Was already low on hit points.
Oh my god. True.
This is the kind of game True loves to play.
Yeah.
Chaotic, roaches, counterattacks. Look, this is wave 1. Look back home for True around his natural. Wave 2. I'm surprised he doesn't have Burrow, actually. If he had Burrow there, he might have been able to do even more. Like, obviously, there is an Observer, but even with like tunneling class, you can move around very quick. I'm surprised to see Neeb as well go for Stargates and Fleet Beacon, considering his economy is wrecked.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. I mean, by the time he even gets there, he's going to have lost a lot of the ground army that he currently has with the next
War
waves.
Prism harassment across the map right now.
But there's going to be so many roaches. There's going to be like 60-some roaches. That's insane roaches. That's roach sanity, Todd. That's how many roaches that is. Pig would be proud.
Oh my god. What's the big WWE event called?
WrestleMania coming up.
That's Roach Mania.
This is Roach Mania 33, Todd. Roach on Roach. Actually, it's not Roach on Roach. It's not Zerg versus Zerg. But this is that many roaches. This is the Grand Roach Battle Royale.
Roach on Charge Lots.
There you go. Throw them over the top ropes, then you win. That's how you do it. Here we go.
Love to see a Zealot suplexed. True's gonna have to pull back there because the entire army of Neeb is there with quite a few Immortals. I'm surprised True's not trying to be more aggressive. I think he's really afraid for his economy on the left-hand side because there's like a rogue War Prism flying around and that keeps on dropping Zealots and then picking them up.
Yeah. Pretty irritating.
If you can chase that away, that would be nice because I think this army, right? Eventually it's supposed to become a lot less useful.
This isn't like first world problems.
Oh, there's a Lost Immortal top right. What?
Oh, what the? This is Zerg world problems. You have so many roaches that you can't deal with one Warp Prism flying around with 2 Zealots in it. But at least you have 60 roaches that are going to pincer this army. Oh no.
Got 99 roaches, but a win ain't one.
No, apparently not. 63 roaches are going to smash against this army. But the roaches might not be enough to deal with this if the storms are really on point.
The storms are landing big time on all of this here. And with this amount of Immortals, I think Neeb might be able to clean up easily.
I can't believe it. He just killed like 20 roaches for almost nothing.
And True has no Burrow still.
Yeah.
When you have this many roaches and this economy here as True, you're definitely supposed to have Burrow to regenerate when you get hit by Storm.
I mean, where's he going with it? What's he transitioning to? He's still just got roaches, roaches, roaches. He's going to get lings with adrenal glands on the way, but these roaches are doing nothing. There's Burrow now coming down.
Super late.
Weird.
Neeb still not using the Stargates. Okay, there we go. Couple of Void Rays going to start.
I'll be honest.
With his army.
So far, the card for Roach
Mania roaches
33,
are trapped up there.
Oh yeah, they are. So far, the card for Roach Mania 33 was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Overhyped.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Almost as fake as wrestling.
Almost, almost. There's going to be 36 extra lings being produced. And these lings are going to try and get onto these Immortals, but the storm rips through them very quickly. Hardened Shields has been popped for those Immortals at the front. And more storms will end up landing. There's still plenty left.
There is one Zealot across the map killing a bunch of drones on that
really?
top side base.
Oh my god.
Finally, he's going to defend that.
Oh, he only killed 2. Only picked up at least. Get him out there, Neeb. Get him out. This is Blackhawk down. All right, Jones going to get transferred up there again. 72 workers to 57 right now. Neeb holding on to the point where he did so good against all of those roaches. The Stargates are now paying off for themselves. He's getting Void Rays, Void Rays, Void Rays, and the +1 weapons. So he bought himself that window. And True is stuck in mid-game town. It's not a good town to be stuck in.
Yeah, his gas income is actually way too low compared to where he would like to be at. I think he's got, what, 6 gases? Yeah, you see on the 4th base there's no gases, on the 5th as well.
Sees all of these lings up to the top right. Saw it with an observer, which has been strategically placed, and he will separate a small portion
Oh, this thing run by on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he knows, though. He can go up there and push it away. Not too bad.
Good vision from Neeb, that observer at the top. Doing a lot of work here.
And it will see them retreating back as well, so really alleviate some of the pressure up to that top position.
All right, Graviton Catapult and the first few carriers are now going to be on the way. With +1 air weapons as well.
It's like nothing for True to ever deal with that right now.
Well, I mean, he's going to have the Spire finishing, and if you look at his gas, then I guess
yeah,
it's got all right. But his army is just trash tier right now in compared to what Neeb has.
Neeb feeling a little bit limited by the fact that his army is very immobile, always scared of the counterattacks. He's going to be having to sit back for a little while. And a real mothership now morphing in here for Ting's.
Real mothership.
Real mothership.
Mothership.
Real mothership. And actually, he cancels it over there just in case it would get sniped out. The Overseer granting high ground vision. These corrosive vials really want to hit the Void Rays, and they do catch them there for a moment.
True lost more roaches on the top right hand side. If Neeb realized that there is a greater Spire on the way, I think he might just like a move to win, which I think he might be about to do anyway.
It's a strong army against only now 20 roaches. And the Corruptors that are morphing in, without that Greater Spire, without the Brood Lords there, they are currently worthless.
Please suicide that Phoenix at bottom.
Is it? Whee!
It's just two supply doing nothing.
I promise you, if this game goes on, that's going to make some use out of like potential drop overlords with Zerglings.
No! It's
no! Mate!
Mate!
No, I guess not. Yeah, it's kind of rubbish, you're right.
I told you that guy was useless. I guess like he prevented overlords to drop earlier, but actually, well, you know what would be sick? If True picked up like half his army and headed across the map with overlords.
Yeah, exactly.
And his Phoenix spotted it.
Yeah, exactly. That's its duty.
Too bad it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. All right, these two Immortals are hunting down the Greater Spire.
Yeah, this is a great way not to attack with your entire army and, you know, commit with everything. Oh, that Greater Spire, well. It was a nice building when it was there.
Beautiful move. Good transfuses though, keep it alive for the moment. Just bring back some more units maybe. Keeps the transfuses going. Still needs to kill off the Immortal. Should do. Good stuff. Good reactions. Counterattack over on the right hand side, but this base is going to die off as well thanks to the fact that the carriers are there.
Lots of cannons here helping defend, but he needs some warping. Gonna have to evacuate actually, like this could get a Nexus.
Run away!
I mean, as long as you save the probes there, like the Nexus is not really expensive. It's just 400, you remake it there.
So it's 5 carriers currently. Real mothership morphing in.
It's gonna be another one of those games.
It is gonna be one of those games, yeah, it is.
It's okay. It's only 5:15 AM at time.
Is it really 5?
5:15.
Jeez. All right, we're here for the long haul. What's up, mate? We'll clean up some of these roaches in the main base that have been sacrificed off. Doesn't need that supply into those, does True. So he's got a lot of Corruptors, a lot of Brood Lords.
Who was it that Nurture was, I thought, doing pretty well against in Katowice on this map and then lost?
It was...
Was it Zest or Stats? Probably not Stats.
Stats, I think. I think he was in the same open bracket as him.
Yeah.
So it must have been Stats.
Like he kept forcing like a bunch of recalls and stuff, and like was using neural parasite pretty well, and then like he was like, "I'm doing well. Let's just move off creep and then lose the game instantly."
I remember that game. We were in our first studio for that. So let's gonna get sacrificed. Not really that useful anymore. And nobody will.
You've become the main StarCraft host and the main Heroes host. Well, what's next?
I'm just conquering.
Are you gonna stop anywhere? Like, what game are you conquering next? Overwatch?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the talent there is quite
StarCraft
sparse, right?
Remastered.
StarCraft Remastered. The last time I played Brood War was many, many, many years ago. So probably not.
Oh, these guys are gonna get a hatch, I guess.
Yeah, not too bad.
Immortals are pretty useless at this point, and like you want to get more AR units here as Neeb, so it's fine to sack these guys and like prevent some of the mining of True, who actually doesn't have a big bank at all. Oh god! Oh, he does not. He doesn't have neural, right? No. Okay.
No.
Actually, that's a big oversight. If he had a neural here, that would have been a free mothership for True. I haven't even seen detection. Oh, he's killing his own probes.
Why does he only have one infestor if he doesn't have anything else? Is it just for one fungal?
That money fungal, man.
That has to be a real money fungal.
You have heard of Steph Curry? Only 3 points.
Wait, who?
Steph Curry.
Who's Steph Curry?
You're trolling,
Don't
right?
look at me like that. Who is it?
You're trolling, right?
I have no clue.
You never watched basketball?
No, definitely not.
Dear Lord. He's like the Brock Lesnar of
Brock Lesnar of basketball. He goes up to someone and suplexes
Okay,
them.
no, he's very good and he lands a lot of 3 points. Guys, come on.
Okay. These corruptors are actually doing really well for themselves. They just decided to waltz in and kill everything. So
I mean, I can't believe what I'm seeing. What is
they just came in and just
the
killed
High
everything.
Templars can't storm there. Yet
No.
Neeb just like flew there and was like, all right, let's air versus air. I accept your challenge.
Yeah, that happened. Every carrier just died. And the mothership. And the void rays.
Okay, what is this game?
It didn't...
True's economy is wrecked, by the way, because he lost that hatchery and like it took forever to resaturate his bases.
But
like
does True's ground army just win now? Like, he has 3 Immortals, 3 Archons, and 7 High Templars. Just go and kill him! I mean, yeah, okay, we can see everything. And
so have you ever watched The Last Samurai? Don't underestimate these guys.
Oh yeah, true, that film that went on for 7 hours. This one could also do the same. At least he has vision of the Broodlords killing him now.
You watched The Last Star Wars?
Yes, I did. It was
Darth Vader was alone in that hallway, wasn't he?
That was a fantastic scene.
I love how, by the way, that infestor is revealed.
Oh yeah, he is.
And he's posturing forward like he thinks nobody can see him.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of High Templars ready to feedback him.
I'm gonna get him. That was actually the best Star Wars film out of all the newest ones.
It's good to know I'm never going to listen to your movie feedback, but here we go.
What?
True's moving in for the corrosive pile. He landed 1 single fungal.
You thought another one was better? Out of the new ones?
Mate.
Alright, well these carriers and Archons are still going to kind of posture against this, but that is such a huge army from True. Storms are going to try and land against it, but he really needs to be hitting those corruptors. He needs those
That
carriers
infestor is still
alive.
there. He could actually land a big fungal on top of all this.
Yeah, he definitely
crush
could.
it.
Where is it? Where is
If fungal lands
the King Infestor, where are
and
you?
Ravagers shoot at his carriers, they're going to
See him.
demolish them.
He has a fungal.
And there's a couple zealots across the map killing his drones on one base.
Oh, there is. That's yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, he left the no!
He's lost
I can't even speak
so
anymore.
much. And those storms are actually going to hit a big chunk of his army. The Infestor is still alive. King Infestor with his fungal.
Storms keep landing.
The fungal lands. It doesn't really do much. So that's, yeah, he just lost.
And there's nothing on the ground to defend against these zealots. Like they're like wrecking havoc. They're on a rampage across the map.
Neeb marches to victory.
Oh, he flies to victory, I guess.
Okay, yeah, he hovers to. He's going to do so much here with this, unless in fact he doesn't land the good storms on those corruptors. Ooh. Good job, stopping them from doing the business.
Okay, True's making Hydralisks. When you have all the tech in the world and you're making Hydralisks, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I would have expected him to try and clean the air, like because look, what can attack air here for Neeb besides these Stalkers and Storm? If he gets on top of these carriers and snipes them, then it's full grounds for Neeb. He could even get a couple of mutas. I mean, True's economy is in shambles. What a sickest game.
Going to try and fly away up to the top here to keep these units alive.
Yeah, I think Neeb's just traded better the entire game. Can you do a Shift L?
Shift L.
Look at resources lost.
Yeah.
34, almost 35,000 in terms of minerals for True. Less than 30,000 for Neeb. Huge difference.
I feel like he just missed his window though to True, because after he'd killed all of the air army in his opponent's main base, there was a window there to really like bring it home. I mean, even though there are cannons at every single base, he could have still like plowed through them. But
what is this? A Hydralisk run by at the bottom?
yeah, of course.
Like
The
the
speed
Hydralisk
demons now.
attack. Do these guys want to die? Because they're going to. And still somehow some zealots across the map doing some harassments. How do these guys keep getting across the map? Like, did I miss a War Prism somewhere?
Those two zealots have 10 kills and 18 kills, so they've been busy bees.
Hey, what happened to the Phoenix?
It's...
I guess he sacked it. Or like he brought it, he probably
Must
did
have.
F2 and brought it.
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, accept my fate, flew in, and then one Corruptor killed it.
I guess he did self-destruct after all. That poor Phoenix. It's not really self-destruction if someone kills you, is it?
Well, if you run in it
Yeah, I guess.
and then die. Yeah, I mean, True's out of minerals for the most parts. He's not having that middle base that he lost is a pretty big deal, whereas Neeb is still expanding. Neeb has just been landing like a ton of storms throughout the game. That's why he's, I think, going to win this. He did better with the High Templars. He got surprised in game number 1, not in game number 2, Kailaris.
It seems not.
He's remaking Mothership, taking his sweet time.
Some Vipers being added on, but this army is so small.
Look at the supply.
Look at it, look at it. Almost 100 above. It's pretty good.
By the way, this Kairos got quite a few kills. 33, 12, 18.
It's alright, isn't it? How are the High Templars doing?
If
7.
Neeb realized what the supply is, I think he might just attack and close this out. But
Yeah, playing it cautiously. Doesn't want to lose. Tired
oh,
up.
that Mothership! No! Ah! Rip.
Does he get the minerals back for that, though? When it's killed and not
Do you?
fully done? Must do, because it works the same as a cancel,
Yeah.
right? Like when you kill
I feel
an
like you
egg.
shouldn't if you don't cancel, regardless. Alright, well,
Punished!
true. I know Fantasy's your friend, but it's not always good to
No,
take
indeed.
example out of him. Over 10,000 resources lost gap between the two. You
Yeah.
can see at the bottom right.
Easy picking.
I love how Vipers are flying over this. Like, yeah, we want to do something, but we'll just get feedback and die. True has got some serious humor. He's like, well, I made them. I might as well.
I guess so. yeah.
God. At least Parasitic Bomb or something. This was sad.
1-1. 1-1.
Dear Lord.
And it is 5:30. Nice.
Just like that.
All right. Oh. Austin invite me to game 3. Great stuff.
Man. You know, I changed my sleep schedule a little bit too, because I was like, yeah, we're not really finishing that late, so maybe I don't need to be up so late.
Oh, that's, yeah. I woke up at 4 p.m.
Same.
but I still feel quite tired now. So it's really hard to to properly change your sleep schedule when you're here, when it's like reverse.
It's really weird too. Like, I went to kickboxing at 8 p.m. and I felt fresh, like it was morning. But I mean, it was, because I woke up at 4. It's like nightfall and like you're not tired at all. The weather's been really good, actually.
The weather here, no, it hasn't. It's been, what, 20-some degrees?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Are you serious?
It's March. It should be minus 20, at least.
Move back to Finland, man.
I should, shouldn't I? It should be cold. I should have to put extra clothes on. But no, instead, I have to suffer in the heat.
Just strip down to your boxers and chill and watch some Twitch TV, man. Watch Roddy streaming.
Yeah? Is that how Roddy
Oh,
streams?
I think... Wait, what? The remake?
I think we're in the wrong map.
All right.
Violet Honor. What was that map? That's definitely not the map.
Nice last game, man. I like split map situations, but these felt like not your typical split map where players are playing very passive and like working on their composition and trying to outdo each other in long game. It felt like True made a lot of units, didn't do enough with them, even though like he achieved things here and there. And I thought the initial trade was good for him, but after that he slowed down way too much. Didn't make burrow, didn't make tunneling claws, didn't drop, didn't do anything. And yeah, Neeb just powered through with better tech, better patience, better everything.
Yeah. All right, so
Except
getting
the
into
better race.
honor ground, better race. Getting into honor ground, 1-1 currently in this best of 5. Whew. So let's see how it goes. Why does it keep giving me this every single time? Your hotkey profile has a conflict and may prevent you from issuing some commands with hotkeys. It's fine, whatever. All right.
Why don't you try playing with something else than grid, you damn newbie?
I don't play with grid. The reason I'm playing, I have specific hotkeys for
Yeah, that's
observers.
what I thought. Yeah.
So I have F for follow instead of like Shift F or Control F or whatever it normally is. So spawning up to the top right-hand corner in the red, it is going to be true for Psystorm. And down to the bottom, it's going to be Neeb in the blue for ding. Are you ready for another split mapper? Not as easy on this map,
A
admittedly.
split mapper?
A split mapper.
You can actually say that?
Sure.
If it was cross map,
I
like,
can say anything I like.
I would have been more confident, but I feel
Yeah.
like in these positions, True's gonna cheese, it's not gonna work, and then Neeb's gonna kill him.
No, that's all right then. May as well GG and get out of this game. Let's go on to game 4. Easy peasy. I think the WWE Hall of Fame is currently going on, Todd.
Is it?
I think so.
Isn't it like tomorrow?
No, the Hall of Fame is on today. NXT TakeOver Orlando is on tomorrow. Then WrestleMania is on the night after. Then Raw is on the night after. Then
Yeah.
SmackDown Live is on the
Damn,
night
that's
after.
a lot of fighting. They're really gonna get hurt.
Yeah, they are.
Psych!
It's going to be great. Shane McMahon's going to jump off something really big like he always does. There you go.
That's what she said.
I don't know.
Neeb going for the early scouts.
True's going greedy as anything.
Yeah, he plays to his image sometimes because he's known as like a more aggressive Zerg. If he just plays a super economy game where he drones up super hard, then you won't really expect it out of him. If you can get really far ahead economically as Zerg, like that's almost like, you know, the ideal way of playing Zerg, or used to be once upon a time. Nowadays it's a lot more about transition and all that, but like if True was able to achieve that in one of the games, he might be able to power through with just some good tech. Like say if he was to go after getting very far ahead economically into a Spire, get a ton of roaches on the ground and stuff, then he might be able, on a map like this, to be super aggressive and just pick up an easy win.
Well, at least he spotted Neeb down towards the bottom right-hand corner with his Overlord. So knows what's up in terms of positioning. And Neeb does know that where his opponent is spawned. And he also knows that he went quite greedy in terms of the hatcheries as well, due to the second hatchery timing. So now he's going to have to account for that. He's going to have the Twilight Council on the way. So we should see some Adept play on the way in a bit, with one already out on the field, looking to push up towards the top. Where does he go from here?
Neeb's playing it old school, by the way, like quick Twilight Council.
Ooh, and
Oh, actually,
Robo.
no, Robo. Okay, so it's going to be DTs.
Yeah.
On this map, I like that. Because the bases are spread far apart, like you're going to force spores and stuff, which technically kind of did now, but those were cancelled. It's just a very solid build all around, like you can go very easily into a third base off of that. And then you can choose whether you want to do a stats push or not with Immortals and all that, which, again, on this map can be pretty scary as well.
True does have good intel on all of this, though. He saw the Twilight Council and Robo facility, so he's anticipating what's going to be coming, which is that Dark Shrine right next to it. And here come the 3 gateways for the 4 Dark Templars. We'll start our Warp Prism pretty soon. So, what's the best kind of response from this as a Zerg, usually?
You can't really be aggressive. Usually you have to go for Roach Run, get up to something like 10 Roaches, make sure the DTs and then into Archons don't do any single damage to you. And then you just play a normal game from there.
Okay.
Like you go into whatever it is that you want to go into. One thing that we saw from a lot of Zergs over in Katowice that I really liked from them was when they were playing with a Spire and getting a ton of units on the ground, whether it was Roaches, Ravagers, Zerglings, and Banelings, just to make sure they don't die.
Yeah.
And then take basically control of the game with the Spire that they've got. And especially against this opener, because Protoss for once doesn't open Stargates and spends a lot of guys on the DTs and then into Archons. They won't have the guys to go into Stargates. So if you go for a Spire like that, you might be very successful, which again on this map too is particularly deadly, I find, because of the map overlay setup and the way the expansions are.
This Overlord or Overseer even.
Yeah.
Is barely going to miss that. Oh, no, no, no. This Overlord finds it.
I think Neeb saw it, maybe. Actually, and he's not even going to warp in because of that. He's going to warp in a little bit further back.
He moved away.
Cleaning up that creep on his natural with an overcharge, interestingly, because he didn't have any anti-air there.
Alright, well, the two Adepts are going to move shade forwards as well. Here come the Archons being picked up, going in towards that natural location.
Oh, this is sick. He's going to send Adepts at the same time towards the third base. Let's see. Targeting some of these drones there, killing 2. Nice. And gets a queen as well. Was that 2 queens as well? I think there might have been 2 here in the first base. So
may have been. The Adepts actually didn't even go in.
Yeah, no, he sent them back.
Yeah.
Just wanted to play it conservatively.
And plenty of Roaches still sat around here just looking for pot shots wherever he can find them.
So far, this is a perfect from Neeb. He hasn't lost a unit.
That's true. Very, very true.
No pun intended. Yes, it is true.
We will see.
I think Neeb by the timing. Look at this. He's warping in more DTs. He's got double prism.
Oh my god, has he? What's
yeah.
the second one?
On the right-hand side with 2 more Archons.
Oh my god. Neeb the legend.
Congratulations, True. You held the first 2 Archon drop. Let's see how you do against simultaneous 2 Archon drops.
Alright. One on the right-hand side, one on the left. Here comes Neeb. Really now
from the east and the west.
Hitting from the west, hitting from the east. This one isn't really doing anything at all just yet.
He's doing enough. Weaken one of the queen. He can pick that off.
Are they going to rendezvous together, Todd? Rendezvous?
Rendezvous.
Are they going to rendezvous together?
Please.
Looks like they will. And now, what's better than one warp prism with 2 Archons in it?
You know what's the sickest? Neeb could do something insane. He could drop into the natural, do a big warp in there, while attacking with his entire army and do more warp-ins around the 4th base. And when you're a Protoss... this is so sick. Like, it feels like an unbelievable sight to see this many Archons being dropped.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Not that way. There's so many Roaches.
Yeah, and quite a few more gates on the way here for Neeb. I'm pretty sure he's going to be hitting a timing eventually, but guess what? True's messing Roaches.
Yeah, a lot of Roaches. He's going to get 50-some Roaches very soon.
I wonder if Neeb realizes that True's messing these many Roaches, because if he does, he can just play defensive and max out.
He's seen a lot of it so far. So.
By the way, that pylon, it Neeb's well.
Which one? Oh, wow, this one. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, calm down.
It's like he tried to break a record of powering the most buildings possible.
Yeah. But we all know that only one man can hold that championship.
Whoa, sentries!
Where are they?
They're going wild by themselves. They are chasing an Overlord.
Oh.
Go home, you're drunk.
Meanwhile, now the Overlord is like, haha. Or the Overseer even. Comes in for the chase.
They almost got that.
They did, actually. Tickle beams.
Oh, it's Stalkers being warped in. There is not that many Ravagers here. Should be quite easy to dodge this corrosive bile. In which case, Neeb will do very good. He's still waiting to drop these Archons there. Maybe gonna drop them on top of this army.
Force fields go down as well. The Archons want to go on the right-hand side next to those Ravagers and actually pick them off quite quickly. The Stalkers and the Force fields, all in all, have really cordoned off this fight well. And the Roaches really didn't do anything at all there.
True, getting a little bit of a flashback from Wings of Liberty there. Force fields ruling supreme over his Roach army, even though he had a couple of Ravagers. And behind this, there is no tech transition. He's just massing Roaches, Zerglings, actually getting speed.
Yeah. The funny thing is as well is that these Archons have paid for themselves in spades, really. They've done quite a lot of damage and they've not died off and they're just recharging shields.
Another Cat Eyes classic in spades.
In spades. Yeah, man. And they're going to continue to do so. Going over into the natural as well. Can't really find anything over there. Neeb's holding on strong.
Second Forge about to finish here for Neeb.
That's a lot of Ravagers morphing in.
Bit surprised to see a second Forge, but especially since like he feels like he should be attacking soon, right? Neeb still having some fun with this harassment. +1 missile attacks will start here for True, who has, by the way, 0 upgrades right now in terms of getting melee or a missile, whereas Neeb is 1-0. And okay, no, yeah, the second Forge was actually for shields, plasma shields. When you go for a lot of Archons, it becomes actually quite good to go for this.
Yeah, definitely. Very shield heavy. As these, I'm going to try and maybe do some harassment once again. Try and get a Ravager. Does get it. Looking for for the corrosive bile shots to shut down these warp prisms. You got to just surround them in a circle. Where are you going to go? Just stay right in the middle.
Oh man, True has lost so many units already in this game.
Oof. Yeah, he has. 50 gases worth of Protoss died.
I thought like the initial...
What?
True's initial defense against the Archons was, I think, good enough. Even if you lose like 2 Queens and 2 drones and 1 unit, it's okay. Actually going for a big drop here with the ton of roaches before Neeb was ready on this base. The cannons are not quite done yet. There is no Overseer there, so DT would actually put in some serious work, and he brings 2.
Yep, they're going to do something. While also, I did think we did have the Archon drops continuing on over on the other side, so...
Who's dropping who now?
Indeed. These double drops up towards the top. Trying to find drones wherever they can. True's army is once again in this weird spot where it's just roaches and ravagers.
Yeah.
And,
these were super expendable, so I like that he dropped, but he wasn't ready back at home to defend against these Archons of Neeb here.
no, not at all.
And there's still no transition in sight here. I mean, Neeb is just reaching an amount of Immortals and Archons where it feels like he's not going to be able to lose anymore. He's got a 5th base on the way.
The losses,
this guy's a
once
machine.
again. Look at the losses. It's a massive amount in favor here of Neeb. And looks like True is going to have to reroute all of this and just try and put up a fight somewhere. Try and get aggressive. He might just try and drop again.
Yeah, Tunneling Claws and +2 missile now starting for True. But I mean, how is he supposed to stop this army here?
Especially with force fields laying themselves down in these locations. So a lot of roaches in between those mineral lines trying to get out those Archons, but it's very difficult. So many of them are not firing off in the back, and that really hinders these roaches. The fact that so many are dancing around, not doing anything. Big warp in. Neeb is going for the jugular and doing very well about it. Not much left here for True at all, and he has been conquered in these locations. I think he'll be GGing a little bit quicker in this game than the previous one. He really has not much left at all. And not even a higher tech with them as well. It's just roaches.
Yeah, there's no final abduct here to do.
No, and no high Templar to double abduct anyway.
Maybe he wants to use Tunneling Claws once.
Oh, he's blocking the ramp with the eggs. Look at that True mastery and creativity. TLO would be proud, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll stop being sarcastic. GG. Neeb is able to take the game 2-1 currently here in this series. One more map.
Nicely done by him, solids, as always. Good to see that double War Prism with 4 Archon drops. Most Protosses, they would just go for a timing, not Neeb. He likes to play with his food, if you will. And took his sweet time. To be honest, I can't blame him. Like I said, True is known to do his attacks himself. I think True was counting on Neeb actually to go for an attack. If Neeb had gone for just the initial War Prism and then for an attack, he might have lost because True was just massing roaches. That would have played right into his game plan. He would have fought on his side of the map, reinforcing faster, maybe even on creep, gotten rid potentially of Neeb's army and then countered attacks with way more supply.
With the supply. All right, well, I've got the invite as well. We're going to go to Abyssal Reef for our next map. Hopefully we can get you in too. Good to go. True ideally does not want to be going down into the lower bracket. Would like to continue on with this series and then just bring us to that game number 5. Because then you put yourself basically in top. If you go into the final in an upper bracket, you're guaranteed top 3, correct?
That's right.
Correct. So that's no small money. All right, so X. So 1.
I love the hesitation there.
What?
I love the hesitation, or you weren't sure.
Yeah. There you go.
Just gonna make sure you're completely right?
Of course, got to be factual. Up to the top left-hand corner, it will be True in the red, and down to the bottom right-hand corner, we have Neeb in the blue. 1 game away from qualifying for WCS Austin, and he would be the first player qualified in its entirety.
How suitable.
Of course.
He had a great performance at last Dreamhack Austin, actually.
Yeah.
I think didn't he lose to Hydra in the finals, or was it semis?
Was it?
Were you there? Oh, you were there for Heroes, right?
I was there for Heroes, correct, yes. Was that really only 2016? Feels like so long ago.
In esports years, that's like 17 years, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Neeb has been born and raised in that time, because he's still so young, but so good.
He's a grown man now.
He's a grown man. All right. What you're going to show is true. Neeb's already going over there with his probe, walling off in the usual way for this map, Todd. Are you happier with this wall?
Well, so far, right?
So far.
We'll see how it continues. I mean, it's Neeb. I don't expect to be disappointed with the wall of, if anything.
I like the so far, and then to follow that up, who knows what disaster could conclude from this wall. But you're right, it's Neeb.
No, I mean, like, I know it's going to be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I'm not usually super opinionated about walls. Like, I think like mine are not necessarily the best either, so I can recognize that.
No. There's a fine art to Protoss walls. There's
of
a
course.
finesse.
Yeah. Even though like it's some Protosses for the longest time, they had some weird walls, they would still pull them off.
Who would you consider the Da Vinci of Protoss walls?
The
Carving
best?
the Michelangelo.
Maybe Rain once upon a time was pretty sick. Because he was like the most standard, most obvious, best wall. That wasn't so obvious because like most people wouldn't necessarily be doing it. Like some people have had some weird walls. I think Hero for some time had some weird walls.
Which
Stardust.
Hero? Oh, Stardust, yeah. Which hero though? Liquid? Back then.
Old CJ Hero.
Or, did you say Liquid or CJ Hero?
No, old CJ Hero.
Old CJ. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you said or. I was like, well, that's both heroes.
Guys, you're tired, aren't you?
I am pretty tired, I will admit. Readily I will. CJ Hero, now being en route, I believe, has taken on a life of his own as of late. He plays so weird compared to how he used to play. But whatever.
Maybe something happened to him.
Yeah, he got...
he went to India, meditated, discovered himself.
Yeah.
Like in those movies.
He found a Tibetan monastery. Yeah. Shaved all his hair off. Wore a robe.
He made the mistake of watching... what was that superhero movie recently? With Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
You watched that movie.
You know,
he was like, yeah, I'm the same. Went there.
I was expecting a lot from that movie, and I was slightly disappointed. I like Benedict Cumberbatch. Have you ever seen him acting as Smaug in The Hobbit? Like,
yeah, I saw that.
You saw the videos of him crawling around on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Calm. Don't be shy.
Step into the light. He's so cool. I like Smaug. He was the best thing about those movies. Everything else was rubbish. Oh,
how do you like the Warcraft movie?
50-50. Oh, don't get me started on that movie. I could talk forever.
You know, I don't actually know the Warcraft lore super well. For somebody who was a pro and like one of the best players. Like I was like, who's Medivh?
Oh, God. Oh. Well, actually, fully enough, the Medivh that you played with in Warcraft 3 is actually a resurrected Medivh.
There we go.
He's not actually the Medivh. Well, okay, so it's the same Medivh, but he was resurrected. It took his mother, Eowyn, I can't pronounce her name right, a long time to save up all the magical energy to resurrect him.
Sick.
Yeah, there you go. I can tell you a lot about Warcraft lore.
I feel like you're like one of those guys that makes sculptures out of matches at home. Like that loves talking about it. Like if somebody gets you started, you just can't stop.
Well, my Eiffel Tower, you see, it comprises of 640,000 matchsticks.
Alright, True's massing Zerglings. He's morphing in Banelings. Wait, what?
Wait,
He didn't get pneumatized Carapace? Because like he has like a bunch of cramped overlords at home, so I figured like he should have pneumatized Carapace. But I guess he's just for the defense.
I think it is for
He's
the
doing
defense.
what I talked about last game. He's waiting for Neeb to attack him. He knows that Neeb's going to attack. And he's going to try and crush it.
And it's
which is straight.
gateways.
He actually hasn't scouted that much, but he's reading this right.
Yeah, that's a lot of gateways. I wasn't expected to actually see that come out, but whatever. This is going to be the push. That is, what, 9 gateways worth? Where's the World Prism? Oh, it's just about to pop. So here we go. He did get Roach one. He's just sneaking some drones in as well during all of that. So he's at 69 workers to 57 across these
He's going to need way more banings than this, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. In my expert opinion. I like saying that ironically, it's funny. Alright, so where is the warp prism?
Okay, Roach is starting. True, you better not start a single additional rune. You might have needed to cut earlier. That one Void Ray at the top. This is my boy right there.
Look at him.
Not like that Phoenix.
No.
He cleans the path actually where he's gonna fly in. He might warp in a sentry here. There is no Ravager. If you force field the ramp.
He's not gonna warp in a sentry.
Screw it. He's just Adepts.
He just wants Adepts. Adepts are really good.
And the Guardian of the ramp, the Void Ray, is gonna stand right there.
Yeah, do not much. But at least he tried. Alright, separate
He's
them
doing
up.
much.
The Banelings don't really do much there against that, as the Adepts are going to shade away down on towards that third base now.
We'll see you with the next warp in.
Yeah, and there's 13 workers already gone down here, continuing to put on the pressure. It hasn't really fully evened up now, the worker count, as more Adepts do get warped in.
True needs to get rid of that warp prism, otherwise this gateway here is going to keep on allowing, by gateway I mean the warp prism, this portal. He's just going to shade more towards the third base where there isn't much.
Yeah, already went over to the third base, or in between them. There were Banelings.
And he's killed so many drones already. 41 drones fall through right now against 57 for Neeb. He's killed 33 drones and he's going to keep on going.
Yeah, there's how many roaches out? 21 roaches, but they can't seem to just get on top of things.
Okay, Dark Shrine is going to start for Neeb there.
It feels like True has to just go with this army, otherwise he's in a really weird spot.
Yeah, Neeb doesn't have a merch at home. I think he realizes he's done enough across the map, so he's just going to start warping in at home, get immortals.
Yeah. Maybe some better pylon positioning here for the photon overcharges at the third, but it should be okay regardless. As you said, the Dark Shrine will be very, very useful, very powerful. The rocks are going to get broken down.
I think he fully expects True to not bring any overseers as well, because he's in this situation, he's kind of low econ. In which case, DTs could buy him a lot of time.
There's a lot more Zerglings being produced. Here comes 5 Ravagers as well. There's a lot of Adepts again.
More pylons would be nice for Neeb too,
yeah,
to overcharge, because he's got only the 2. Alright, True moves in there. He's one shot to win this game. He's not remaking walkers. He's going to have to be through this attack or nothing.
He has a lot of power behind this. Here comes some more Adepts on the right-hand
side.
There's
no DTs.
And they're going to try and focus down some of these. The Dark Shrine is not even finished yet, is the big problem here, but it will finish soon. And once that does finish, he needs some warp-ins still available to him. Doesn't really have too much gas. He's going to warp in a full wall there, though, of more Adepts warping in on either side of this.
Trying to buy time, maybe to reach some more DTs here if he can.
Can he get the 1 or 2 DTs in is the question.
Oh, that one pylon! Artosis!
Oh, no!
Whoa! And that's going to empower the... Oh my god, an Immortal was about to come out from that Robo.
Okay, he's going to warp in maybe some DTs over here. Yeah, okay, so 2 DTs are in, so that can start working away at this. But it's a huge army that we're seeing with those Lings as well. And the Lings are...
He can just flood into the main, rally Zerglings across the map, sending an overseer eventually there. This DT is going to take forever to clean that up as well. A ton of probes are dying. I heard you wanted to kill my workers.
Yeah.
Who's in charge now?
Doesn't even have that much gas to warp in any more Dark Templars that can technically, yes, go to work on this violently, but it's going to take so long. The Dark Shrine's going to fall, and even some more of these buildings are underpowered now. Just trying to run away from these Dark Templars, getting some damage wherever they can.
And True's now got an overseer. It's very far away on the bottom left-hand side of the map, but he's going to rejoin his army eventually, and he's going to wreak havoc to these Protoss units. Targeting down on a Nexus right now. He needs to go for the probes. Maybe pull back a little bit, wait for the overseer to be there, because he's a pretty slow one.
Yeah.
Without Neurotized Carapace. He's got so much left over. And there's only going to be one single overcharge here for Neeb, who's down to just a couple Adepts. The Robo was repowered. True could have sniped that easily, by the way.
He realizes there's going to be an overseer with him.
Yeah, True still needs to finish this here. Neeb has way too many walkers. He can't be left alive. He's too dangerous.
He can't be left alive. He must be ended. And here comes True. Once again, that is so much power behind all of those Zerglings. Getting a good wraparound on towards those Zerglings. They march on to that Immortal as well, killing it off. And that's going to be all she wrote here, really, for Neeb. Doesn't have any army left at all, and didn't have the Dark Templars anymore to warp in because the Shrine had fallen. These Adepts trying to hold on strong. There you go, GG.
Neeb.
It's time for game 5.
Damn, that was sick. True. This time, when he needed to, he learned a lesson from Newkirk Precinct, where he was, I think, being too passive for the army that he had. Like, obviously, he was trying to make something happen, but struggling to defend against the counter drops and all that. This time, he went for it. Guess what? Sometimes you go for it and it works, even though you thought you had no chance. Yeah. Absolutely not talking about me and a girl right now.
No projection whatsoever. All right, well, game number 5. What are we going to be on as our final map between these two? And we still do have our other semi-final to cover as well, as Puck will be going up against Scarlet, who's currently categorized as Zerg in that one, but interesting enough. All right, so jumping into...
It's a trick. It's an April's Fool.
It's an April Fool. Paladino Terminal. Paladina. Whew. Okay, good luck, have fun. Right, they're counting down.
Here we go. What are you looking at?
Just looking around. At this point, all sense of normal has gone out of my brain. I think it was that. I think it was that Protoss game from Scarlet that kind of broke me.
You mean Has?
Oh yeah, true.
Because that was the Has build.
All right, let's get into this one. As we have spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner, it will be True, tying up 2-2. And up to the top left, it's Neeb in the blue from Ting. Ding!
Ting are amazing, by the way. Supporting a lot of StarCraft tournaments.
Yes.
And Neeb as well. Shout out to them. True, just going for a hatch first there. Neeb very wary, going for an early scout. This is a map where the area around the lateral is super huge. There is no ramp as well to deny vision from the opponent there, so you're gonna want to be careful. Kind of know what's gonna hit you if it does. Even when going for a third base on this map can be tricky. Like we saw True. I thought in first map he used the map overlay beautifully, knowing that Protoss would be outside of his wall and that he would have no retreat to go to.
Yeah. And
he just killed Neeb right out with his first attack. So maybe something similar on this map in the works there.
Maybe. How do you feel about walling off on this map? Is it fun?
I have the map vetoed.
You have the map vetoed?
That's how I feel about it.
Okay. That's a fine answer as well.
That's how I wall off.
Did you veto it straight away, or did you actually play some games and then veto it?
Usually it takes his one loss, guys.
Yeah. You're like, nope, never again. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, so drones. Pylon on Station 1. This is specifically Station 1, this area. Where does it go to? What is that? Is that a Wraith? Some kind of contraption. So, by that definition, we should have Station 1 building a Stargate at some point over here. Probably not, though. We'll see. It's really up to Neeb, whether he wants to go into that or the Twilight Council to start things off. Stru's going to just have a little scooter boot, and it's going to be Twilight Council.
Yeah, in a nice location, but he doesn't have a stalker to prevent that Overlord from checking that, so...
Yeah, and
should be spotted, assuming True doesn't turn around.
Yeah, once he sees the pylon over there, he has to go and check. So, should be fine.
Has.
No, please. Flashbacks.
The
Bailings. Okay.
Wait, did he see? Oh yeah, okay, saw it.
Yeah, he saw. So that one
is it
was doing stuff. Oh.
It shouldn't be a Dark Shrine because there is no Robo, so it's just gonna be Glaze and standard.
Get the Drought, get it. Never mind.
You had one job.
What a failure at life this Adept is. I'm taking no prisoners in this commentary. Whoa, wait up.
Almost as useless as the one Phoenix earlier.
He got himself a drone on the way out, just then.
Yeah.
So he redeemed himself.
Yeah, well, the Phoenix got some Overlords. Actually, Stalker sniped the Overlord towards the main of Neeb there. So True, look at the supply.
Look at it.
It's red.
It's red. to be the robo facility, so we will see some drops on the way, perhaps. Although, that Glaives is very quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just like 3 gateways at depth with reinforcements across the map, War Prism out of Neeb. It's very hard to expect a 2-base, and actually I kind of wish he would add that into his play, especially on a map like this.
Yeah.
Like now that he sniped the Scouting Overlord, if he made like a ton more gateways and went for it, but in the previous game he was going for an attack that True was ready for, so sometimes it can be a little bit discouraging. Keep in mind, this is game number 5 for Best of 5 series, where the winner qualifies for WCS Austin and earns themselves quite a bit of money as well.
Yep.
Additional money.
Alright, so vision will be granted at the top here, keeping his opponent in the dark, killing off that Overlord, and from there, he's going to... Well, he doesn't even sneak out with the Adepts, he just kind of stands in the front. Yeah. Okay, then.
Where's the 3rd base, Neeb?
Doesn't look to be there.
Look at the supply.
He will go out. Still supply block 2.
At least he started a lot of Overlords, but I mean, this can't keep on happening, Carlos.
What's look at the supply in French?
Regarde le supply.
Really? Oh,
We
is
don't
that
really,
easy?
I mean, we don't really say like supply, but yeah, French casting includes a lot of English words for the most part.
Okay, so what would you say instead of supply?
Regarde la population.
Les populations. Okay. Regarde les populations. Was that brilliant?
Why do you sound so bad?
I don't know. I like regarder la population. Sounds nice. Still bad, right? Well, overall, what did that do? It killed not much. These Adepts still getting some lings, but that's about it.
6 drones is not that much, but True has been making a ton of units. Neeb's 51 walkers against 38 right now, and True's making a ton more units. He's droning back up a little bit. He's at least going to walk across the map, try and get a cancel against the 3rd base. Neeb, actually, his army is very exposed.
Yes, it is.
If it gets fully surrounded here, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to have to cancel that 3rd base.
Absolutely.
And he goes for Robo Bay. So I guess Disrupt Attack here is on the menu. And he adds more gates as well. Maybe he should take the other 3rd base, by the way. Because if True moves down there, he can't leave.
In this one, yeah.
He would be trapped.
Yeah, it's true.
You wouldn't be locked in... Neeb wouldn't be locked in here with True. True would be locked in there with him.
Definitely. Unless he
One of my favorite memes.
Alright, well, he will go down here, per the advice of Coach Todd, and try and hold on to this location. There's actually not much scouting information at all for True. No Overlords on that side of the map at all. And there wasn't even a Stargate anyway, so it couldn't have even shut them down even if they were over there. She's going to send a Ling over to that 3rd base, and once he realizes it's not been restarted, he should have a good indicator that it is in the other location. So maybe he launches an assault squad there to maybe shut it down. But that
Let's
would
see
go
if...
badly.
Yeah, it's Disruptor, okay. Neeb should play patiently then if he's going to go Disruptor. Wait until you have at least 3 to 4, then you can start going forward. But one of the big weaknesses of going Disruptor is if your army gets surrounded, and then like obviously you can't shoot at the entire Zerg army efficiently, and True has shown that he's capable of doing that super well. That might encourage Neeb to play a little bit more passive than otherwise.
Has True changed his game plan? He just started 3 more queens, and is he just going to try and get those queens at the front?
I mean, you know the answer to that. Do you see Hydra then? Do you see a spy?
Yeah, I guess not. Well, shades forwards. Has a look around. Where are the extra queens? They are still in with this now. I guess the map is small enough to get the creep going quite quickly, but not if Neeb keeps cleaning it up. He does up to the top. It's this path up down here that will be important. What's up, Todd?
What is up?
Are you ready for the disruptors?
Bop.
Bop, bop, bop. That's all you have to
Neeb
do.
made way too many probes, by the way. Like
What's he at?
66.
66.
Snoot's favorite number. Ideal 3-base saturation. Probably going to be taking a 4th knowing him. How good do you think the Disruptor Micro is going to be?
Legendary. Beyond belief. Some of the best we've ever seen in the history of StarCraft 2. How about you? You can't follow that up. There's nothing more.
I couldn't be nearly as fake as you, so.
Wow. That's why I watch WWE and you watch MMA.
Neeb actually looking to posture forward here. I guess he's got the force field to synergize with his disruptors, but still, you want to be careful.
Okay, making a lot more lanes.
Oh, he just moved from his. Okay, no, he rewalled.
Uh-huh.
He had to leave with the disruptor.
But still,
So I was worried for a second.
Okay, guess I'm like just a few lanes, but not much. Actually, no, but still was the force field. So yeah, you're right. I've got to go with the bops.
Still lair tech for True.
This is quite a big army, but likewise equally strong on the other side. There's no way.
Yeah, the Ravagers are the real threat. Like, Neeb has to butcher this fight really badly to lose it. The force fields are good. Ton of links being sacrificed for nothing there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because he wasn't pulling back. And Neeb actually almost getting ahead in supply here for a second.
And it's been 3-base Zerg for the longest time. This 4th base hasn't really done much at all. So
they're both very low on upgrades, but if I look at both armies, I like Neeb's a lot better. Like I said,
yeah.
True's army is going to rely on some sort of 6 around, which I think Neeb's ready for. Like, you think you can see he's leaving most of his army behind. The initial Stalkers, just send them forward by themselves. Okay, that guy is like shadow boxing with like random ghosts in the room.
It was a scouting purification Nova, my friend. Just kind of checking out. Where are you? I don't know if you want to go down there. Ooh.
Pretty eager blink, but I mean, True's keeping his entire army together for the most spots.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to make
Good
that
dodges.
work against someone who's got such a mobile army with the blink stalkers, the sentries ready for force field, and the threat of the disruptor.
Very efficient with his stalkers, actually. Like, while those corrosive biles were going down, he was still getting good value out of the damage while still dancing around the corrosive biles. Oh, that was a misclick from True. He's going to lose quite a few units there, basically for free, while he actually goes on around that path. But this is a weird choke point.
Yeah, Neeb sniping some of these very important Ravagers. And across the map now, Zergling counter-attack is going to be denied by these overcharges. Run away. He can trap them. Whoa!
So many of
Blink.
them are going to die.
Oh.
It's the Stalker box. Get wrecked.
14 Mutas on the way as a desperation move here for True, who I think is going to try to play the base trade.
Yeah.
He can't take the fight, so just dance around, try to get the Mutas inside of the mirror lines of the Protoss, especially if you know his Disruptor. He's got quite a few Disruptor. Like, I mean, it's going to ignite some base trade that Neeb won't be as happy about.
Mutas are revealed now as well, so he knows what he's going to be going up against.
Yeah, Mutas at the top just killed some Adept. These guys might be trapped there, though. Ooh. Get some Disruptors there.
Almost killed his own Stalker with a Purification Nova, but that's going to be a blink forwards here with the Stalkers focusing down those Ravagers, and that is a Purification Nova, not catching anything on that left flank. And blinks forwards again. So many
He's hiding the Mutas, even though he killed a bunch of Adepts. And actually, I think True is hoping there isn't enough Stalkers, but there should be regardless, because they've got +2 and they've got Sentries for Guardian Shield, which plays a huge role in this kind of fight.
Yeah, very difficult.
I think the True's goal might be to just fight and kill the Stalkers with not just the Mutas, but his Ground Army as well.
Full base trade time, my friend. Just have those Mutalisks fly around, as you were mentioning before.
I mean, if True had like 15 Spine up his ramp or something towards his main, might have had a chance, but right now, he's going to have a lot of Stalkers and overcharges to work with. Look at the amount of cannons.
Oh my god.
He's starting.
And Stalkers just trying to micro back against that. Even the Zerg
Reminds me of like Entomb Valley, old school PvZ with like Creator and stuff.
Gotta do what you can with all of these Stalkers blinking on back. Meanwhile, the Stalkers at the front as well, killing off some of the reinforcing Mutalisks. Here comes the army, now back to help on out things. There's still a lot of Mutalisks here, and I don't know if those Stalkers alone can actually, like...
Yeah, he sent back a huge chunk of his main army, while leaving just a couple Stalkers across the map here, did Neeb, so he's gonna try to get rid of this. Eventually, the cannons were cancelled, which is a big deal, but True, there still should be too many Stalkers for him to handle. He's trying to fly around, get some pickoffs here and there, and Neeb taking a huge supply lead here.
Yeah, definitely. So 103 army supply against the 50. Everything is in these Mutalisks, and +3 weapons is just about to finish up as well. The Stalkers managed to come back from the assault that they were putting on towards that natural location. And True, He's killing off a lot of workers. They're... No. Just running away.
True's only strength here is in his mobility. If he just flies back, tries to deal with his stalkers that are across the map and gets rid of them, that's his only chance. But Neeb's just gonna regroup with the stalkers, even catch the Mutas on their way to his main base and get rid of a lot of them.
Nice.
And I think Neeb may be our first qualified player for WCS Austin here in this Challenger North America.
Yep.
As True is struggling to stay in this game here.
Definitely seems that way. Just blink again in just a few seconds. He needs to blink all the way down. He's going to shift blink down there, making sure that he can keep up with the mobility of that army. And on the other side of the map, it's death. It is so much pain coming over to True with his expansions falling. Not even able to rival half of the stalkers, never mind the full brunt of them. A slow death now for True, who will continue to fly around and hope that he can do something with this. Moving on forwards, killing off another base, and these Mutalisks will just bounce away. Alright, well, for all intents and purposes, he's keeping himself in it, but as soon as these Mutalisks actually do get caught, Temporal Archives is on the way.
It's 22 Mutas against 29 Stalkers.
Yeah.
And he's getting 3 more. If he gets like the sickest engagement where... it's only 2 links. It's pretty hard, but... I don't know, like, say Neeb, for example, splits wrong just for a little bit and gets some Stalkers caught and sniped, True could still win. Like, these Mutas, they have the ultimate mobility, right? Like, he's gonna wreck the economy of Neeb. From there's not gonna be any more reinforcements. And even though, like, you see Archons, you might think that's good for Neeb. Actually, like, one of those guys is completely blocking the wall of Neeb right there.
It takes forever for them to get anywhere and do damage.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't have to fight against the Archons.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, even if True's mining just a little bit, it's more than Neeb right now, who's not mining at all.
This is gonna get weird.
I can't believe True somehow, like, seems to still be in this.
Yeah.
In a full-on base trade, though, I don't think that True wins, because I don't think he has the firepower to kill all of the buildings of Neeb before Neeb would kill his.
Yeah, it's very slow. And also, like, he's leaving half
yeah,
of the army behind.
I think Neeb's split is good enough. Like, army-wise, he's got way more.
Yeah. The Guardian Shield being in the frontal assault group as well, whilst having more Archons with the other group, kind of just negates the balance of defense and offense that you need against this kind of Mutalist number. So... Oh, doesn't want to move out too far. The Archon getting sniped out. Not too bad by that first Mutalisk flock. Killing off some buildings up towards the top. Need to kill the drones as well. Make sure you kill those off so he's not making any more extra buildings. Not many minerals left though. Oh, okay, so those Mutalisks took a lot of damage from those Archons for a moment. But they did get another one of the Archons in the process, and now they can just back off and heal up. Where we're at 20 Mutalisks.
It's funny that True is mining so little, but it feels like so much in comparison to Neeb because he's mining 0 and he's getting quite a few links.
Oh. Alright, Guardian Shield gets thrown up again. Almost everything has joined together now. And I think True realizes the severity of the situation, knowing that his opponent's army will kill off all of his buildings faster than he
needs to go for the fight. He needs to bait disruptor shots on top of Stalkers. That's what he needs to do to win this game.
Blinks onto some of those drones, kills those off. The only money he's really going to have is for, like, just killing off.
He can't even hide the hatchery, actually. He's sending a drone at the 12 o'clock to maybe start a gas later, but like I said, I don't think the firepower is enough for True. I'm not sure why Neeb's walking back.
Yeah, he could start killing things. I guess he's worried about the potential of True having so many minerals that he could start making hatcheries in other locations. Which would then not reveal all the
Neeb
buildings.
still has actually some sentries that he can hallucination scout with to even an observer across the map, so he sees everything that True has. And
oh, he's going for it.
This is going to be it.
Oh, no, he's running away. Alright, unit count. Nothing's being produced. Let's just stick on the unit count. 14 Mutalisks. And they're just going to fly around in circles for a while. And try and do something. Neeb, just go and kill the buildings. You have so many buildings in your main, there's no way the Mutalisks are going to kill all those off. Of course, he's not going to do that just yet, because he's playing it safe, and again, doesn't know exactly how much mineral bank True has. So just kill the Mutalisks.
Trying to get some good trade against Stalkers, but Actually, Neeb, wow, he's down to so few stalkers.
Scrapped.
Yeah,
GG,
there's
that's
not
it.
enough.
Neeb qualifies for WCS Austin. Congratulations to him for taking that spot. Doesn't guarantee himself first place here yet, though, in WCS Challenger, as later on down the line, probably tomorrow, in fact, yes, tomorrow, not probably, he will be looking to challenge for that spot as he takes a good...
For the situation he was in, I think True really put in some good work. I thought he was like completely dead. Like, it's very hard to come back from this situation. At first, I was very worried because usually when you try to go for this many Mutas and Protoss is on +3 Blink Stalkers, well, they just swap in more Stalkers. But he was very quick in taking the decision to go for the base trade and all that, and made it close.
Yep.
Just a couple better engagements. If Neeb had messed up just a little bit more, which all Protoss will do against this kind of mass Mutas and base trade, True might have been able to do it, but True not good enough, sadly, for Neeb this
True
time.
turned out to be false. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to go to a short break here for WCS Challenger, and when we are back, it's our final best of 5 to determine our second spot, who will be able to go to WCS Austin. Don't go anywhere.